This neighborhood, 5 years ago, it was a ghost town.
This community was somewhat stalled in its revitalization efforts.
This was the lost community, the forgotten community. We can't forget about the least of these that live in the neighborhoods. We can't forget about them. New market tax credits help in low-income neighborhoods for people that have the courage to come in and put a stake in the ground and say that we're going to make a difference.
They're an opportunity is what they are. I mean, they are the difference between a project happening or something not happening. They are providing that gap money that so often is elusive. It's transformed the city in so many different ways.
And we've been lucky to see the benefit in so many projects and structures and renovations of historic spaces.
It would have been a shame not to have had the opportunity to preserve and reuse these great buildings and do it in a way that benefits the community.
In Baltimore City, the unemployment rate was up to 30%. The families living in poverty were about 46%.
There were literally 750 families who were living in a neighborhood that had more than 50% vacant housing and vacant lots, high crime rates, drugs all over the place, people who felt trapped there.
You walk through this neighborhood, you didn't really see too much going on.
In 1887, it was the Wisner Brewery, and it was functional up until 1971 when it closed down.
We used to call this building Darth Vader's castle, and it was vacant for decades.
There was so much devastation within the building, and I feel like it was very symbolic of the neighborhood in terms of abandonment and disinvestment. We thought, there's so much hope here in the middle of this nightmare of a building. When you think about the opportunities that exist, if we could really bring this back to life, it wasn't even a question, should we do it? It was like, how can we do it? One of the things that we started is called Details. It's a deconstruction company.
We recycle a lot of materials so homeowners in Baltimore could upgrade the value of their property for a reasonable price.
We actually deconstruct by hand and divert from the landfill and create jobs.
We save doors, windows. There's just so much that we can save and other people can use it.
What you have with Humanum is this is an anchor. They've put people to work from the neighborhood that wouldn't have had a job.
We've had, at this point, over 70 people in the community get jobs here at Humanum.
They give you an opportunity. In the beginning, I didn't know much, but now I don't move up the ladder.
Now, all they did was enhance those skills for me, so I just pass it on to others, and I enjoy doing it. Not just to the guys here, but also to my sons.
We are growing, and I want to grow with the
A
community.
huge building like this that's set for decades, now we have a great beacon light of hope right here in Broadway East.
I really feel that there's the belief and the trust that the community is actually headed where we all think it needs to be.
You've got underutilized assets. You've got a city that has infrastructure that was built 50, 100 years ago that is still able to be used, rather than going out to the green pastures of the suburbs. So I think these neighborhoods are a step in the right direction.
Organizations that have the courage to take advantage of new market tax credits and go into neighborhoods that other people have abandoned. You know, those people should get a medal because there are a lot of people in these neighborhoods that just want an opportunity.